Hey everyone, this is Nitro. In this video, I'm going to try out the new limited time event, the Challengers Arena, which was previously called Fair Arena by us international players. So it only runs for 1 week, so I'm going to want to get this done as soon as possible. And a quick outline is you form your team here in the bottom left where you click the team formation. You can choose 7 characters from this preset list of heroes. And it seems like there's a pick ban phase where of these 7 characters, it gets reduced to 5, and then you battle with those 5 heroes that remains. So the competition map is preset, it's Plains of Strife, so it's always going to be that map. And it seems to me that there may be potentially just primarily maybe 2 strategies, right? Could be more, but this is what I suspect. The number of tanks is, there's only 4 tanks from what I saw here. There is Ledin, there's Sumere, there is Estelle, who is up here. So Ledin, Estelle, Sumere, and I suppose you can say Bernhardt can function as a tank potentially. So those are the 4 tanks. Other than that, you're going to have to decide on various other characters who you bring, maybe like Legion of Glory characters like Ledin, Elwyn, Shuri, and so on. You know, princess characters there are 2 princess faction buffers with Shafaniel and Luna. And then there's also what I'm running more or less, Zerda, Gizaroff, Yusuke for the faction buffs. Tank-wise, I'm running Estelle and Sumere because Estelle can buff up mobility. Sumere can buff her own mobility with Strike to move forward. And then Gizaroff, my thought is Gizaroff can buff up Yulia, Yusuke, Zerda, and himself. So I only have 1 healer, which could be a problem. But my thought was, even if I only have Zerda, Iris as my healer, Zerda can self-heal. Yusuke can self-heal. Yulia with Gift of Eternal Life can provide healing. And then Estelle and Sumere, well, Estelle can self-heal as well. Sumere has a revival effect. So hopefully this would kind of work. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'll show my skills once I get into battles, right? Right now, I swapped it to Godly Menace, Holy Justice, and Discipline. We'll see if this works out. Like I said, a lot of this is experimental. You know, I don't think unicorns would be the best soldier here. In fact, I think probably bringing mass maids or zealots to counter these lancer characters may be the better option. So there's a lot of adjustments you'd likely have to make this all work out, right? With Estelle and Sumere both being tanks, you know, you could probably bring other kinds of soldiers other than the unicorns. So yeah, I'm going to run Zealots for now, and we'll see how this all works out. So yeah, I'm going to get started, and let's start matching. Right. Oh yeah, Kuwabara exists, whatever. Okay, yeah, so I get to ban 1 enemy hero to start. And look at this, we're running identical parties. Yeah. Well, whatever. Let's get rid of the enemy healer. I really don't know. Yeah, let's get rid of the enemy healer. They banned my Zerda, so now we protect 2 heroes. Well, why don't I protect Iris and Yusuke for now? And see what he does. He protects those 2. So now I might as well ban Yulia and Zerda, get rid of the other 2 damage dealers. I'm guessing. Oh, I only get to ban 1. So it's Yulia or Zerda at this point, right? Let's get rid of Yulia. And he bans my tank. So that leaves me Sumere as my tank, Iris as my healer, faction buffer, and the question then is, do I bring a faction buff on Yusuke? And I think I will, to buff up both Sumere and Iris. So Gizaroff can buff up Yulia. I guess Yusuke can buff himself or get buffed by... Yeah. So this could be interesting. Let's see how this works out. And I have 2 healers. Okay, so let's change Gizaroff's soldiers to either Hellfire Archers or Wizards. Right. I guess I'll go with Wizards. Sumere soldiers is a good question. I'll try leave him as Phalanx. I think that's worth trying. I think Yulia, he has double tank. So Yulia, I mean, it's either infantry soldiers or the zealots, right? Let's give infantry soldiers a try. Yusuke can be as is, and Iris can be as is. Okay, so let's see how this works out. And get started. Okay, so yeah, he's running both Phalanx soldiers on both heroes, as I suspected he would. So okay, wow, running out of time already. Well, let's move back. I'm gonna shift back and play it safe. Take some time to buff up everybody. I really don't have to rush, right? By comparison to him. Especially since I have the ability to use Iris's teleport to send someone forward at will. So this could be interesting. Let's see. So yeah, I'm just gonna shift everyone back initially as I get my party set up and ready to fight. By comparison, he's not running any kind of faction buff on Yusuke, because he has Gizroff to buff up his 3 attackers. So Bloodthirster Zerda here. And he activated Breeze on the Bloodthirster Zerda, which means Bloodthirster Zerda is going to get +1 mobility from Estelle and be able to charge into my lines. That is so annoying. Well, so be it. What can I do? Let's just have Gizroff faction buff for now. Let's see, what options do I have? I can teleport my Yulia forward to here. She can move 1, 2, 3, and she can't attack. So, pretty limited in what I can do here. Alright, so why don't I just back off. He is going to use... Oh, yeah, he's probably going to use the Enduring Hope skill to give everyone mobility +1, and then we'll have to go from there. So, I'll just position like this. And there's the Enduring Hope. Which is fine, because I'm going to move my Summoner Gizroff to the north for now, and drop a Construct. So he has that extra mobility, but with Yulia blocking, everyone should be okay. Actually, it looks like that +1 mobility didn't even apply. I take that back. The Breeze +2 replaces the +1 mobility that Zerda could have gotten. So yeah, I'll just hold back for now. In he comes. Yulia assassination. Oh! Oops. Interesting. Right, there's no meditation ring. Haha. Well, that's a bit annoying. So guess I'm going to try to have Yusuke do this. Left him with 101 hit points. Very interesting. So there's a lot of little finicky aspects to this. That was one of them. That Zerda can survive Yusuke when he doesn't activate Psychic Eruption. Oh well. Learning all sorts of little things about this. Huh. Now this is interesting. My chat box is not showing any text this time. Wow, that's annoying. Not sure why it's not showing any of the text that you guys say. I'll look into it after this. Don't have time to look into it right now. So I'm just gonna quickly kill off Zerda. Oh, there we go. Suddenly the text showed up. Right? Interesting. He's pushing in so aggressively, I don't really have time to properly even set up. So maybe what he's running with on his Yusuke is the better option. So what kind of buffs is on my construct right now? Let's just try this out. Phoenix Dance them. Very interesting. Wow. Yeah. So it looks like a more aggressive Yusuke is the better option. The way he's using it. I'll give it a try a bit more, but yeah, I'm screwed. So clearly he's played more than me and he knows how to set up the skills on his Yusuke. But it seems like everyone is running the exact same team. This mode is kind of awkward, frankly. So it takes too long to set up that buff, so you're going to want what he did, the Dark Tinker Spirit Gun combo. Actually, this mode seems almost everyone doing the exact same thing, which I don't know how I feel about that. Nonetheless, so Zerda would usually be Bloodthirster version and so on. Just double checking. Can Yulia get a different accessory? Vidar's Rose, Dimensional Jewel, Star Earring. You know what, let's just switch her to Star Earring and see how it works out. Right, for the counter to maybe the Assassins. I had heard it with Dimensional Jewel, which clearly led to her death, so let's try using the Star Earring and see how well or how poorly it protects her. Alright, let's start another match. Well, this time around, why don't I try banning Zerda first? Okay. And then I can protect two heroes once again. So maybe I'll protect Yusuke and Gizerov. When you lose 3 times, you have to start from scratch basically. You're out. Interesting. He wants to run the Yulia protect Yulia. So that's the strategy he's aiming for. I'm going to try to get rid of Yusuke here. Or maybe Iris? Whatever. So once again, Sumere is my tank. I'm going to use her primarily for reviving, so it should be okay. And yeah, let's just get started then. Down danger zone, for example. So I'm just going to maneuver forward a bit with Yusuke and activate his psychic eruption right away. So with her, when she activates her Phoenix Dance, she gets Lance Phalanx and guards physical attacks at 2 range. Okay. Doesn't guard against magic strikes though, so I need to keep that in mind. Which, actually, Yulia does. So he can move 4, then attack 1, 2, 3, something like that. Well, in any case, let's just Swan Song, faction buff, start moving in aggressively. But you can see everyone seems to be running the exact same party. Maybe slightly different tanks and so on, but everything else is the same. Okay. There's the teleport of Yulia forward. I'm going to have my Kanzaki move up. And maybe just launch this out. So yeah, he moves up. Godly Menace attacks. Should kill my Yusuke. But I'm okay with that. Oh wow, it stripped all the buffs off of Sumere. Annoying. So what I will do here is probably teleport my Yulia forward. Ooh, the unicorns counter my infantry. That's okay though. So I'm going to Holy Justice this Yulia. Yeah, look at that. The unicorns hard countered my infantry. Really, really hard countered them. So bringing heavy infantry screwed me up against this Yulia. Oh, so be it. I'm just going to have my Yulia discipline attack and fail to kill a construct. Holy shit. The lack of damage is real! And now I got applied cannot be healed on my Yulia, which is probably gonna screw her. Oh, fortunately he didn't go after my Yulia. That was interesting. Guess I will drop my own construct here. Let's see what buff did I get. Random. Well, whatever. Let's up the construct attack. So he has two characters who can still move. That's one of them. And his Yulia is going to be bad news. Yep. So, soldier choice loss here, clearly. But it's kind of interesting so far. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the construct here. I'm going to have Gizerov, ultimate construct, and then what can I do? Attack someone, clearly. Let's try seeing how much damage I can do to this Yulia. Not too much. Interesting. Oh, Estelle can get immune to all debuffs. Right. Phoenix Wave dispels all debuffs and so on. Interesting. And interesting. So, and also let in with the Righteous Duel, until it wears off, I can't actually really guard. with my Sumeri. So there's a lot of little finicky things about this for sure. Like if I use Sumeri, she is going to need to use her skills timed properly. Otherwise they get dispelled by, let's say, Yulia. I'm curious. Yeah. So it does seem like Ledin is a much more usable tank than Sumeri is. But that's why I'm doing these initial matches, to learn how this works. Yeah. At this time, I think it's a good time to retreat and learn the bunch. But this is, I have to say, actually, I'm not a big fan of this mode. Just the fact that it's preset characters, preset map, it's kind of iffy, frankly. So let's see, what should Ledin run? Doesn't seem like he's likely to kill anyone, so I guess Oath of Justice is the better option. If he doesn't kill anyone, then Trial of Faith is useless. Right. I'll keep Bloodline. I think I'll keep Fear of Tyr. And I think Overlord's Badge is the best option of these. So let's try swapping that around. Sumeri did not work out in both battles. That was clear. So let's try again. This is a weird mode, but the fact that you have to get those 10 wins means you really should play it, basically. Interesting. A much more assault-oriented team. So why don't I get rid of his Zerda? He gets rid of my Zerda as well. And I'll protect 2 of my heroes now. So I think Yulia is a good character to protect. And maybe Yusuke? So he protects Omega and Elwyn. Alright, so another ban at this point. I think I'll just get rid of Yulia, who's probably the one that I need to be afraid of the most. And let's play it safe now and just run Zealots instead. I don't even know what soldiers Kuwabara can run in the first place. So Zealots as the soldier of choice is probably the safest in terms of keeping characters healthy. And then I'm going to give up on the Swan Song and instead bring a second AoE. As for which AoE to bring, that's the question. Thunderstorm. You know what, let's just do Dark Dragon's Breath. And see how this works out. Alright. Yes, I noticed that as well. That's why I'm not running Omega. In this case, it's 277 skill. Even less than what you said. So let's start with activating Enduring Hope. Mobility buff up everyone right from the start. I mean, this mode will see a lot of characters you don't regularly see. But, yeah. Does Kuwabara protect against physical strikes only, or what? Physical strikes, it says. How about his talent? If there's females around him, reduce physical damage, blah blah blah. Okay, that's fine. So I'm just gonna move up and drop my construct right now. And be patient. He can still move up, then 1, 2, 3 to here. It should be okay. So Gizarov is assassinatable by Omega 2 times, but not 3. Just gonna move Yulia forward. So, marching everyone up. He didn't go for a mobility skill on this Omega. Really interesting. Huh. Well, I'll run Ledin up then. Destruction buff. So my Yusuke has less attack, right? It's 12.66% instead of the 20%. But I think he's good enough with that. Especially if he can keep attacking with Dark Tinker and Spirit Gun and whatnot. Let's just see how this all works out. In comes Brenda to strike my Ledin, who currently doesn't have riches. But that's what I was expecting, so I'm okay with that. And I'm just going to Psychic Eruption with Yusuke. Right, so my Ledin took a bunch of damage for me to kill off Brenda next turn. I think that's well worth it. Or I can kill off Shuri. Oh wait. Yeah, let's go after Shuri. Godly Menace. Down she goes. And healing is provided to Ledin. Yulia does magic damage, my friend. Oh. Went after my Yulia. I want to... Oh, I can't avoid this anyways. So, you know what? Let's just pull Omega to me. Something like this. If he kills off my Ledin, I don't really care at this point. The only question is, should I Phoenix Wave? He gave up. So there we go. My very first win. And I got some rewards out of that. 120 Deaths to Fate, a Bursting Heart Key, and 20 Trinity Crystals. So I guess that was this reward. And if you get 10 victories, I guess every single time you win, you get some of these rewards. The same items, it looks like. Alright. But the goal is to get 10 wins without getting 3 defeats. That's not going to happen for me for this run, for sure. But learning. So it's going to take me more than one run, more than one day to do this for sure, but we'll see. Okay, so enemies running a dual assassin team this time around. I'm still going to get rid of Zerna first. And I'll protect... Who should I protect in this situation? You know what? I'll just do Yulia and Ledin. Alright. So, one more ban. Yusuke? I don't think Yusuke's a... I think Gizarov's the least threatening of all of these characters. Maybe I'll just get rid of Iris. So this time around, I will have to bring the faction buff on Gizarov, but that's not a bad thing. And I'm going to switch Zerda to Bloodthirster. So, Bloodthirster, Killing Blow, Slice Stride for assassinations. Yusuke is going to be the same. Gizarov will buff up Yusuke and so on, and Ledin is here to guard characters. Something like this. Alright. Let's begin. Sticking with very generic soldiers, right? But I think this should be fine. Meanwhile, my opponent is taking lots of time to think this out. So, Cavalry Illustrial. He does have a big mobility advantage over me, probably due to Illustrial, but I think I'll be okay. We'll see. He's taking the initiative to move up. I think I'll just move Yulia up to start. Move up here, 1, 2, 3. Right. Yulia is just out of range of Brenda for now. There's the movement. So what if I just have Ledin come up here for now? He's gonna move it forward. Pretty much expected. Oh, he activated Breeze. Not good. That was annoying. But what can you do? I'll drop a construct here. So I'm creating a path to protect Zerda. That's basically what all this is about. Yeah. The 6 movement Illustrial is giving me issues, that's for sure. And his Gizaroth Construct summon in the front is going to be another annoyance. You know what? What can I do? So right now it's like Dark Tinker has 3 range. Which means he can move all the way here and attack 3. Oh boy. Guess the only way to protect her is to Bloodthirster all the way back here. And even then she can get attacked, but I can protect her with Yusuke. Yeah. Actually, it wasn't a good Bloodthirster because I don't get the mobility buff. So I made a mistake there. I should have moved Yusuke first to block, then moved Zerda back here. Then she would have had the mobility buff, hide and seek. But ran out of time. No, it's doable. If I placed Yusuke here first, then it was blocked. The biggest issue is that he freaking activated Breeze on Yusuke as well. That's causing me issues. Big time. Otherwise, this Yusuke could not attack where Yulia was positioned and so on. Oh well, it's fine. It's already happened. We'll play it out and see how everything goes. So he has the opportunity to have his construct strike or whatever. Oh. Well, let's just see what happens with this. If I Righteous Duel, is that enough damage to kill off the construct? It is. I'll take it. But of course, his Yusuke can move super far right now to attack me. But I'm okay with that. At the very least, my Zerda can assassinate this Brenda. Ooh, Legend dies in one shot. Interesting. That I didn't really expect. So be it. I'll move. You know what? Gonna have Zerda try to strike this Brenda first. Not quite enough damage. So he gets to onrush me. Well, he got to attack me anyways, so it's fine. Gonna place this construct here. Going to have Gizaroth launch out the ultimate construct. And then, what buffs do I have? 1 range attack. What a mess. Okay, let's just move back for now. Alright, so I'm going to have Yulia run up and discipline attack this Yusuke. Also lacking damage to kill, even after I damaged him. Annoying. At least he can't heal. So I'll take it. So next, I'm gonna have Yulia continue to charge forward and finish off Yusuke here. No way he's gonna one-shot me with Brenda. No way. Oh, but it gets to act again. Huh. That might finish me. Yep. What buffs do I have? Once again, just one range attacks on both constructs. That's unfortunate. Oh, so be it. The constructs are going to strike. Not the best buffs for the constructs, that's for sure. I mean, they're not bad though. Illustrial runs away. Wonder what he's gonna do. He's gonna retreat everybody. Alright. So, what options do I have here? Not very many. Other than try to godly menace down Estelle. And she activated the one skill that could keep her alive. The Bloodline Magic Armor. My god. That was the only way she could have lived. Activating Bloodline Magic Armor. It should have been down to Gizroff and Illustrial against my Yulia in 2 constructs. So that's annoying. That one activation is probably going to lose me this match. Because now Estelle was able to heal the full. Right, he's just waiting for my Godly Menace to wear off now. On Yulia. Well, whatever. Let's see how the remainder of this battle plays out. I think it's over though.
どこを指していますか？
Alright, forget it. So, 1 win and 3 losses. But, like I said, that was the very first attempt. So that was actually interesting though, to see. I was considering using Illustrial the same way he did, and it actually worked better than I thought it would for him. So Illustrial is surprisingly a very viable character here. Especially with the faction buff that she's going to be getting, right? Luck-based, of course, but that's the case with pretty much everyone that you bring. I think one big mistake I made was not banning his only tank, Estelle. Right? So that was one big mistake I made in that previous match. Beyond that, I'm tempted to give this another try. It's just, who should I replace in this list of characters? I'm a big fan of high mobility assassins, and Illustrial is very high mobility on this map. So I'd like to put her in. It's just a question of who to replace her, to bring her into the party. Because if I replace her with Zerda, she's just going to get banned anyways. Right? Gizerov is all about the buffs that he can provide to the constructs in a lot of ways on this map. Let me just take a look once more at the characters I'm bringing, and then we'll get started. Iris looks fine. You know what? See, if I remove Ledin for Illustrial, everyone else but Illustrial is buffed. Right? But I think I'm better off keeping him. I'm just going to run this same party. You know what? Let's just go. So we'll pay 50,000 gold to start another run. There's not too much time in this. Yeah, he got the 2 range construct. I mean, at the end of the day, he pretty much had that one towards the end. But, yeah, this is interesting. A lot of people running 2 assassins. Well, let's get rid of Zerda. He gets rid of my Yulia. I will protect Estelle and Zerda? Yeah, I think that might be the best options. Let's give it a try. And now I will ban... I think I'll get rid of his healer, Iris. So I leave him a damage dealer in Brenda, Omega. I don't know why he's bringing Altina, but I guess I'll see. And he got rid of my Yusuke. Pretty good choice. Alright, this looks good to me. The only question is, should I bring a faction buff on Ledin here? Or if I should bring, like, let's say Burning Sun or Sun Slash, right? Or even Divine Guard, so that I have a guard skill up right away. I think it might be better to just not bring the faction buff, because he's only buffing himself. It's not really worth it. Yeah. So let's just try running Burning Sun. I don't know. I really don't know. Consecration, Burning Sun, Divine Guard. What the heck? Let's just go. So all I have to be a little bit careful about is avoiding this Brenda's strike initially. She only has 1 block range, so it's easy to calculate how far she can move, right? And good. No breeze activation for Yulia. So she can move here, then 1, 2, 3 to here. But then she can also move further to attack, right? Because she's going first. So that's... I mean, that's part of why I decided to go for Divine Guard on Ledin to start. This is the Cold Blood Deadly Surprise Attack Omega. So a much more normally built Omega. So why don't I have Zerda Bloodthirster up in the middle here? Right. Even if he comes and attacks, Ledin will guard. So I didn't activate Breeze, but I got a wide variety of characters I can attack with my Zerda right now. Only question here is, should I drop my construct right now? I think I have to. I really think I do. Mobility buff on the construct. Right, plus 2 mobility, plus 1 range too. That's pretty convenient. And just going to Enduring Hope everyone now. So I have Sly Stride, meaning if Zerda assassinates here, she can move 1, 2, 3 back to Ledin's guard range, which is perfect. That's all I really expect, so let's have Iris start by dollying herself and buffing everybody on my team. He gets to go first. So he can launch out an AoE attack or whatever on me before I get to attack him. Let's see what he does with Altina. Sword of Demise first. Yep. So I'm just going to Bloodthirster and retreat. I did bring Extreme Magic Bow, right? I'm gonna assume I did. What kind of effect did he apply? Crit reductions. Yeah, crit reductions, skill reductions. I guess that's to make Omega be able to assassinate more characters or something? So Brenda nearly kills herself attacking me? Whatever. And he gives up. Hey, another win. More rewards. So yeah, you can get these rewards 10 times. Clearly. I think this party works out very smoothly. The only thing is, I'm looking to see if I can replace Gizaroff. That would be perfect if I could, but because I really do like Illustrial more. Maybe I'll give it a try. So minus Gizaroff plus Illustrial. I think that could be interesting. Here we go. Alright. Let's ban the enemy Estelle right away. No tank for him. He bans my Zerda. So who do I protect? I think Iris will be a key character. And I have a feeling Illustrial would be very good for me to keep her. So let's just protect those two. If he gets rid of both my tanks, so be it. Oh, sorry, he can only get rid of one of my tanks at this point. So this works. And I have to ban one more hero. Why don't I get rid of Zerda? I don't want him to have double assassin. That's the thing. So yeah, let's just get rid of Zerda. He gets rid of my Yulia, so be it. I end up with Illustrial and 2 tanks and Yusuke. So I have a higher mobility party than he does. So I think I can play a bit more defensively than he can. And I think these are the right skills to bring on Illustrial. So it's just a question of whether Ledin should bring Divine Guard or just Righteous Duel. I think I'll keep it as is. I like being able to activate Righteous Duel right away. But it might be worth bringing Vindication. You know what, let's just bring that. So I'm going to hold back initially, whereas he's probably going to push in aggressively. I move first, actually, so maybe I will move in right away. Wait, no. Crap. Whatever. Damn it. Because of Iris. I have to always be careful about Iris. If Iris teleports a character forward, then there's danger. So actually, I think I'm going to have to do this right away. Enduring Hope, get my characters in aggressively, because he brought a faction buff on his Yusuke. Instead of having Gizurov buff up Yusuke, he brought a faction buff on Yusuke as well. That gives me a bit of... It means I should be aggressive instead of holding back. Construct creation. What's he gonna do with it? Is he gonna move up? Just a bit. So I can actually attack it and retreat. I think I'm gonna do that. Construct lived because it had the advanced strengthening component. That's okay. I got some weakening into it, and he can't do anything about that. So I'm gonna start with Psychic Eruption right away. Oh wow. Double mobility buff. I think I win. Just like that. So Yulia activated mobility buff as well, giving him the opportunity to counterattack against what I do. So be it. And what I'm going to do is simple. I'm going to get rid of his Illustrial. And I'm going to try to do that with my Illustrial. So, trade. The key here for me is to start reducing his character's count. And if he wastes his skills, like Yulia's Godly Menace, more power to me. So I can do this. The only question is, will I kill the Yusuke? Which is what I'm not sure about. Maybe I'll just take out the construct first. Play it conservative. Since his Yusuke has not activated Spiritual Outbreak, I can take it slow. So now he Spiritual Outbreaks or Psychic Eruption, whatever. gonna just move up. Guard my Yusuke. And stay out of range of Yulia for now. Why don't I Leisure and Iris let in forward now? And then Ledin can basically strike whoever I want to strike and pull them to me. Well, he teleported Yulia far away. So why don't I just get his healer? Right, I'm staying out of range of Yulia. There's no reason for me to move in. Yeah. Okay. Ledin can't heal. Kind of a whatever kind of situation in my opinion. Simply going to have Yusuke finish off Iris here. Whole point of Ledin in the first place is to keep Yusuke alive and healthy, so that other characters can attack. Interesting. So I'm going to move Estelle forward like this, and I'm going to have Iris dolly forward as well. So if he wants to have Yulia kill off my Ledin, he's free to. At this point, I don't really mind. And that would also make Godly Menace wear off, which is probably the most important part to me. weaken Gizzer off like crazy and get out of range of this Yulia. Okay. He suicided to make a construct. So, if I Spirit Gun attack, that mostly finishes off their Yusuke. And I'm simply going to heal up Estelle as much as I can. I think I'm fine. Because I really don't think he can one-shot me. Or he does. Wow. And then Yusuke survived that. The damage Yusuke survived that. Granted, I had the 30% damage reduction, but I didn't think he would live. Interesting. Well, let's run away. I guess I seriously underestimated Yulia. And he's able to reactivate Psychic Eruption because he had Gizzer off, while I'm still trying to reactivate it. So I guess I'll just activate it here. Wow! And then his Yulia did enough damage to kill me. Okay. Interesting. Well, continuing on. Guess I'll be able to get my last match in, since this is time limited. Okay. Interesting party he's running. I think I'll just get rid of Yulia. And I will protect my Estelle and Yulia. Guess I'll get rid of Luna here? Am I afraid of him attacking me? Not really. You know what? Let's get rid of his Gizerov. Because I'm actually not afraid of him getting into melee range to strike me. So this should be fine. And I will run Divine Guard once more. Okay. Interesting, Dr. Chopper. Alright, so I'm gonna just start moving in aggressively. He's free to strike me as long as I can provide healing with Yulia and so on. I'm fine with that. Most of my characters have self-healing, so I'm not that afraid of him. The one character I'm probably most afraid of is actually Bernhard with the sword dance. But I guess there is a reason to bring Gizerov, right? With Gizerov's versatility in reducing the skill cooldown and so on, he's actually more useful than I first assumed. Let's Enduring Hope, mobility buff everyone, and go from there. Oh shit. Oh, that was careless. I was attacking from the dirt. Oh my god. Oh well. That was really, really careless.
つける時が来たな。勝負をつける時が来たな。
よし行くぜ。
私の力を見せる時です。
よし行くぜ。
矢をつがえて
よし行くぜ。
私が皆さんを守ります。
俺が相手だ。
Alright, so far so good though. Killed his Leon without taking any losses. Even if I lose Illustrial at this point, it's not going to affect anything. I might as well just have Yulia run in and wipe out those Holy Pegasus soldiers. And provide some healing to Illustrial as well. No. I tried, but she died anyways. Sword Dance hits everyone on my team. Basically expected that though. Interesting.
よし行くぜ。
剣はどこを指していますか？
俺が相手だ。
Okay. That was a waste of a teleport for him.
I'll 私が皆さんを守ります。
3 against 2. Easy finish. And this will be the last battle indeed, because it's 501 now. So I was hoping this might finish and I can get into another battle, but it doesn't look like it.
よし行くぜ。
剣はどこを出撃準備完速攻で行くわよ。私が皆さんを守ります。
Done. Yeah, I didn't think Altina would work in this. And there we go. So, 20 Trinity Crystals, a Bursting Heart Key, 120 Dust of Fate. Right now, it's 2 wins, 1 loss. This is rough. I mean, I'll get the random ancestry. Getting to 7. I really want the 7 because I want those 45 SSR enchants scrolls. This is well worth it. The 10 win one has the Arena Surge Stones and the Arena Mastery Epic Pack. You can kind of skip the 10, but I think the 7 is a must get. 10 would be very, very good if you can get it. Overall, with this party, I'm just... Yeah, I mean... I would like to be able to fit in Gizaroff. I think that's what I'm realizing. The Gizaroff faction buff cooldown is just too good to pass up. As for how to fit him in, that's the real question. I don't know. I like the double assassin, but I just don't know how to fit in Gizaroff. Yeah, I mean, a lot of us were testing this out at the start, right? I lost 3 very, very quickly in my first attempt. So it's just a question now of how can I fit in Gizaroff and Iris at this point? Or do I just give up on Iris entirely? I'm wondering if that might be the way to go. Just give up on the healer. But if I give up on the healer and I also lose Shafaniel, or if I also lose Yulia, then I absolutely have no healer whatsoever. Then again, most of my characters can self-heal in this party. Illustrial can, Zerida can, Estelle can, Yulia can, Yusuke can. So the only characters who can't self-heal is Ledin, but Ledin can self-heal depending on the skills you bring, and Gizaroff can't, but who cares about Gizaroff? So I'm actually wondering if you need Iris in your team. I'm starting to feel you don't. I'll give this a try. I'm actually rather curious if this will work. So a no healer, no Iris healer strategy. It is hard to say though. I mean, what Iris provides is really the teleport forward and then 20% increased damage, 20% reduced damage. That can allow you to one-shot a lot of characters. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm gonna try this out tomorrow. Or tonight, as the case may be. But this is actually, yeah, I do find this pretty interesting so far. But that is it for now. So if we take a look at the honor rankings, yeah, there were 3 people who already hit 10 wins. We're Straw and my youth is back. My record is 1 win, 3 losses. Oh man. But we'll see. I mean, yeah, just gotta try it out some more. But that's it for now. So I'll try it some more, maybe tonight. But we'll see. Thanks for watching, everyone. Gonna stop streaming for now. The characters are permanent, from what I can tell. It seems like they're going to be permanently this. Now, maybe if they rerun this event, they'll switch up the characters in the map. But from my impression, it's gonna be this exact set of characters on this map. Plains of Strife. But yeah. Hope I'll try to get more battles in to get this done as fast as I can. But thanks for watching for now, everyone. I'm going to be